Fat boy feels.
Fat boy feels. Fat boy feels. Like, I have an unhealthy relationship with food. Toxic even. And the sad thing is, food is my best friend. Right now, I don't eat to live. I definitely live to eat. It's something that's been a part of me since I was a kid. When I was happy, when I was sad, food was always there. I don't have very many memories of my dad, but one of the only nice ones I had was we would go to the store after he picked me up from my babysitter, and he would always let me get one drink and one thing to eat. I would always get a Yoo-Hoo and a Reese's. So that became like my go-to, Yoo-Hoo and Reese's, Yoo-Hoo and Reese's. And like, after talking to my doctor, it's like the food that I eat is literally killing me, but it's also the thing that makes me feel better. So it's this weird dichotomy. Do you want to feel good in the moment, or do you want to live until you're 80, 85? And to be honest with you, I never thought about what life was like at 60, 70, 80. I had no concept of what it meant to be old, because from my perspective, I was always young and healthy and spry. You don't think about the back end of your food choices. You don't think about the cumulative effect. And it's interesting, I am catering an event, a launch party of sorts for this very show. I spoke to the person who's catering it, and he gave me some epic advice on food and your relationship to it. And it was scary, and I listened to him and I really took it to heart. And then I went to 7-Eleven and I got a bag of Twizzlers. It's nuts. Even with this warning, I'm still doing the thing that's killing me. So as I embark on this journey, I really have to have a paradigm shift within, and that's tough. You're asking me to change not just the nature of who I am, but change my relationship with something that's been there for me when no one else was. But I've got a plan. And what we're gonna do with this series is we're going to explore healthy food. I've gone back and thought about all the healthiest meals I've eaten, the ones that are absolutely delicious. Shout out to Red Lentil in Watertown, Massachusetts. I legit used to fuck up that food. But I was like, what do I love about these foods? I love the vibrance, I love the texture, I love the flavor, I love the burst of tannic goodness you get from like a really awesome root vegetable. There's all these things. And I asked myself, well, do I get that with Twizzlers or a Big Mac or French fries? And it's like, no. And the one thing I learned is I fucking love crunch. Let's just say crunchy makes me happy. So what I want to do today is start with a recipe that I've been working on. I haven't worked on it, to be honest with you. I just made the shit up off the top of my head. If it's an awesome recipe, awesome. If it's a fat boy fail, it'll be a fat boy fail. But we're gonna do some salmon tacos. We're gonna make a roasted pineapple and red pepper salsa. We're gonna make a cilantro lime crema, and we're gonna top that with some Contija. And my favorite, what brings the crunch to this salmon taco, pickled red onions. All right, so that's the recipe. Let's hop in the kitchen. All right, now it's time for us to make these pickled onions. Pickled onions are some of my favorite accompaniments to dishes. It brings a little sweet, a little tart, and a lot of crunch. We're gonna start by making our pickling liquid, as you would call it. It's gonna be an acidic base, so we're gonna use some red wine vinegar right here. Get started, glug, 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 glug. And then we're gonna use some apple cider vinegar. Now, some people use recipes for this part of it. I don't, I just kind of fill it out. So right now, we're gonna go in and add my little spice blend that I came up for this bad boy. So we have some coriander, ground, my personal favorite, paprika. Now we're gonna come in with some clove, and then we finish off with garlic. And of course, where would we be in this world without salt? Peppercorn. And now we come down to our fresh herbs. Gonna get some greenery in here. We're gonna start off with cilantro. Now, we're gonna go to thyme. Now, we have our bay leaves. Now, as I said before, we had our salty, and now we have a touch of sweet. We're gonna use honey. We're gonna let this bad boy come to a rolling boil for about 2 minutes, and then we'll just turn it right off. That pot has magically received the top, but I realized that that vapor was going to escape, and I didn't want to do that, so we're trapping it with our top. But we want to get that quick cook just to help bring all those flavors together for a moment or two. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right, we'll turn that bad boy off. Just gonna place this over here for a second, keep the top on. Now what we're gonna do is get our onions ready. So what we're gonna do is just quickly, oh my God, I just love that. We're gonna quickly caramelize our onions, just a quick cook. We're gonna add just a touch of oil. We'll do it on medium just to be safe. You don't wanna burn your onions there. I'm starting to sweat, but these onions are too, so we're all in it together. We've got the light caramelization, but we won't want them to get too cooked. We don't want them too brown. So I've turned the heat off, just spreading them around right now, making sure that they've all cooked the way they need to. We take these onions. Now we take our pickling liquid. Do not breathe this in. Oh yeah. We're just gonna let this cool for a couple minutes and then put these bad boys in the refrigerator. Tomorrow morning, they'll look a little something like this. All right, so we just finished our pickled onions and now we are going to roast our red peppers. So there's just a touch of oil in this pan. Whereas before with the onions, I was like, let's not brown those too much. With these, we definitely wanna brown them just a touch. Y'all know what time it is. Oh yeah. We sizzling, baby. Just listen to it. All right, and these are done. So as you can see, these are browned. Some of them even burnt, and that's okay. Now that we've prepped these ingredients, let's head over to the prep table. Who wore it better, me or La Piña? Huh? Like in the comments below, let me know. Just kidding, please don't destroy my confidence like that. We both know the pineapple won, okay? We're gonna sadly cut into this bad boy. Oh yeah. Oh, let's taste it. Oh, that's good. I didn't expect it to be good, but I'm just gonna. That's fire. We definitely want to get smaller chunks. We're gonna be taking a bite out of this with our taco. We want it to be featured, but not overpower the taco. And there we have it. That should be enough for us for right now. And I'm just gonna, for shits and giggles. All right, everybody, now we're gonna do the vegetable prep for our crema, for our salsa, and also for the pickled onions. But you know, when we're chopping vegetables, what time that is, right? It's crunchy time. Crunchy time. Crunchy time. Crunchy time. Sorry, my eyes are watering, but these are tears of joy. The trick, they say, is when you're cutting onions, two things. One, you peel them and put them in the refrigerator the night before you need to cut them. Or while you're cutting, intermittently, you poke your head in the refrigerator. Sorry, not the refrigerator, the freezer. Let's go make some salsa. Oh, my honey, my honey. Ah. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go ahead and prepare these ingredients and bring them all together to make a brilliant pineapple and roasted red pepper salsa. So in the bowl, we've already got this delicious pineapple. And to be honest with you, Christian and I have already eaten about half of this thing. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the roasted red bell pepper, jalapeno, shallot, cilantro, my favorite, paprika. Now just a little bit of pepper, touch of salt, and some honey. Honey makes you wait for it. And we finish it all off with some fresh squeezed lime juice. Now we're just gonna stir it up. The smell coming through this is just absolutely heavenly. Look at that. That looks good. All right, now it's time for the cilantro lime crema. This is gonna be creamy, just a touch of smoke. So first up, we're gonna go with some cilantro, which is already in here. We're gonna start with that. I've now got my Mexican crema, our garlic, our paprika, my magic spice, some cracked black pepper, more cilantro. Oh yeah, more lime juice. Now we do some zest of lime. Like I said, we really want that lime to come through. Now, smoked onion and garlic salt. So we're just gonna blend this at variable speed. We're gonna go low. All that get in there. All right, now let's see where we're at texture-wise. You should be able to drizzle this, in my opinion. That's for me. Some people like it thicker, but for me, I like mine with the ability to just drizzle. We're gonna add just a little more paprika just because that's what I like. And don't do something crazy, but add just a little, salt. Something my gut tells me that this is spot on. All right, so we got our salmon here. We just put a little bit of paprika, salt, pepper, granulated garlic, and onion powder on it. We're gonna grill it for about 10 minutes and then come back, pick that bad boy up and go make our tacos. All right, I'm super stoked that we have all of our ingredients and we're ready to build these tacos. We're gonna start with our base, which is gonna be organic tortillas made of corn. If you're looking for a low carb option, there's some awesome flaxseed tortillas that you can get that are gonna cut those carbs by honestly 50 to 75%. We have our salmon, so we're just gonna get started here. Break off some of this. I like to take the skin off. Just gonna break it apart. It's cooked beautifully. Our salsa. Our crema, our pickled onions, and finally, our Contija. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my signature salmon taco recipe. These are gonna be low-ish in carbs, but we can go lower with flaxseed, like I said. They're gonna be delicious for lunch, or if you're in the evening time and you want something that'll carry you through the night for dinner. It's gonna be fresh, vibrant, a little decadent, and something that's a way healthier alternative than going to like some fast food spots. Shit. So that was a good cook. The tacos are very good. I would give them a 9 out of 10. The reason why it's not a 10 is because I think I need to use a different protein. The salmon's delicious, but the way that we cooked it, it added too much smokiness to the dish, which took away from the pineapple red pepper salsa. So what I did was I made another version of it with shrimp. And to be honest, I think the shrimp version is a little tastier. Now, think of shrimp like bacon. You want to eat it like once or twice a month. Even if you're a pescatarian, you might want to think about other white fishes. Back to food and this paradigm shift. What we did in the kitchen today was pretty epic. It took a lot of effort, but the payoff was awesome. And I think about as I shift my relationship to food, it is cutting to the core of me. It isn't just food. This is a coping mechanism that I've used for my entire life. It got me through my parents' divorce. It's gotten me through some abuse. It's gotten me through tough relationships. It's gotten me through tough moments of failure as both an artist, a jock, and a politico. So this isn't like, hey dude, cut this out, watch this, change this. It's like when you feel a certain way, don't look to food as option one to help you process this moment. It's gonna be tougher than I thought, because when it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm sad, tired, lonely, even if it's been a fucking amazing day, the first thought I'm gonna have is, ooh, I wish I had some white chip macadamia nut cookies and like some coconut ice cream right now. And I'm gonna have to sit there with the soda water. And that's a little annoying, but that's okay, because I have to stop thinking about Richard in the moment. Well, yes, YOLO, I guess that's still a thing. You wanna live life to the fullest. I want kids. I want a wife. I want to live till I'm like, I think 80, 85. I feel like 85 is like house money. Like if I can get to 85, anything after that, house money. So that's my goal, 85. But I want those years to be awesome years. I want to be that old dude who golfs like 5 days a week. I want to be able to play with my grandkids, maybe even my great grandkids. I want to be able to walk, just fucking walk, breathe, see. If I don't change, that may not happen. So here we go. Well guys, thank you so much for joining me on this first episode of Fat Boy Feast. It has been an absolute pleasure having you here. I hope that you come back. I know this episode was a little long. We're still tinkering and figuring things out, but I promise you, if you hang with us and join the journey, it's gonna be well worth your time. I wish you all the best. Please have a fucking fantastic week. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tell all your friends about Fat Boy Feels. Pretty soon we're gonna have some dope merch coming through. You'll have a chance to win some of that. All right, y'all, till next week. Peace.